Hello gold farmers, welcome to another Goldenrod farming video. Today I'll be showing you guys a decent spot for crystallized life. I'm personally not too fond of this location. I know there's another one that's a lot better. The only problem with that one is you have to be the defender of winter grass to be able to farm it, which for some people that might not be a bad thing because their faction might be able to keep winter grass defended fairly well, but on the other hand, some people may have problems with that. It might switch hands fairly often, and it can also be a little irritating to go over and check winter grass to see who's in control, just to find out that you aren't able to actually farm for the crystallized life. So this is the next best option. So basically, you want to head over to Howling Fjord. The location is right here in the middle at the Twisted Glade, and the mobs do appear to be on a forced respawn. I would personally recommend farming this in a group of at least 3 people. This is because these mobs are fairly spread out and their despawn time is fairly fast. I believe I've got it marked down to about a minute and a half. It's about a minute and a half, something like that, and I've tried to kill all of the mobs at once in order to just test the location to see how well it did solo farming, and it doesn't do bad solo farming, but unfortunately you have to loot the mobs as you basically kill them, which can get a little tedious and a bit more time consuming. Though on the bright side, you shouldn't have that difficult of a time with collecting the crystallized life. They are just fairly far spread apart and nowhere near as good as the winter grass farming location, although this is more or less for the people who aren't in control of winter grass at the time, much like the crystallized shadow farm that I had shown you guys last week. You should be able to yield around the same amount. If you are an herbalist, then I recommend you use the Dark Moon Firewater and actually pick the mobs up. This is because they will also have a small chance of dropping the crystallized life when you pick them up. I personally feel like it's worth it to pick them up, though not everybody may feel that way. So if you don't want to pick them up, you don't really have to. I just know that I personally have a bit more luck while picking them up. I have not been able to farm this in a group yet. I don't know if I'll really get a chance to. But as you guys can see, I've not really been struggling all too much with the crystallized life. There are some points where I hit a bit of a dry spot for it, but it looks like I was able to get out of it, thankfully in time for this video. I've been farming for about 4 minutes and I've looted pretty close to, I believe it is 3 of the Eternal life, which really is pretty good. So again, much like what I did last week, I will be showing you guys how you can maximize your profit off of the crystallized life, and after I get done with the crystallized fire farming location, I won't be really showing you guys how to maximize your profit off of the material farms that I went over the day before. I'm just doing it for now just because it's actually a little bit more convenient for me. I do have a lot of other shuffles that I can show you guys, and definitely plan on going over with you guys at some point. It's just these ones right now are fairly convenient for me, and I am actually kind of currently just testing these locations. These aren't ones that I had lined up to do, they're just ones that I've recently found and just kind of playing around with. I feel like they're doing pretty well. So I do believe that will be all for this guide. If you haven't checked out my crystallized shadow farming location, then I will try to remember to not only set that as a video at the end of this one, I'll also try to put it in the link in the description below, and I believe that's about all I can do. I'll also try to leave it as a card at the beginning if I remember, although I'm not too sure how well cards do just yet. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.